I was just in the middle of making a cup of tea.
Well, do go and finish that.
It's all right, I'm just doing it here. I've got a cup, but I just need to take the tea bag out of it. I'm really happy today to be bringing to you our latest partner. Jigsaw and I met at the Optimus Education show back in the spring. Really excited by their product. And when I was talking to them, learning more about what they do, and learning that they were working very closely with Fairgreen School here in Dubai, made me really intrigued about what they do. So we picked that apart a little bit, and they cover the subject, which is actually very dear to my heart. As a PSHE teacher for over 12 years, finding resources which are good, sustainable, resourceful, thorough, but easy for teachers to deliver has always been a challenge for the PSHE subject. So finding this is just excited me beyond belief, and that I can bring it to the Middle East audience is even more exciting. So this afternoon, I would like to welcome you to Jigsaw with Eleni. Nice to meet you, Eleni.
Yeah, and you, Louise. Thanks so much for having me.
Not a problem at all. Thank you for spending your time joining us. We really, really appreciate it. So, I've given a little bit of an introduction to Jigsaw, but you can give a little bit more of a depth for me. What is Jigsaw, and why would schools want to talk to you about potentially implementing Jigsaw across the school?
Yeah, absolutely. So, really thrilled to tell you more about Jigsaw. We help schools essentially with the whole child development of pupils, taking a whole school approach to personal, social, and health education, as you've just said, PSHE, but really going beyond that as well to support a really inclusive school culture, to support social and emotional learning and the well-being of the children in schools, really. The form that takes is through providing schools with a fully spiralized curriculum, all the way from ages 3 to 16, covering all sorts of topics around identity, self-esteem, diversity, health, safety, all of there are so many topics, too
Right.
many to list, relationships as well. And so we provide schools with, yeah, full curriculum, all of the resources that go with that. And then on top of that, things like that take it beyond the lesson as well. So assemblies, songs, games, outdoor learning. So it's really, like I say, more of that whole school approach, as well as being a resource for lessons.
Awesome. So, how does that look? Is it an online program where the children just pick up their laptop, they log in, they do the work, they complete some activities, and away they go? Or is it downloadable PowerPoint or slide decks, the modern term? Is it downloadable slide decks with worksheets or activities? How does that actually look for a teacher?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have an online portal, so that's what houses all of the resources. So there are slide decks for every lesson. So across a year, there are 36 lessons that come with slide decks, fully comprehensive teacher notes, because we know that some of the topics can be a little trickier or more sensitive to teach. So there's the full support there for teachers delivering every lesson, and all of the resources that, like worksheets or mapping documents, or the things that kind of go around those lessons, can be downloaded to then print and use. But yeah, the platform is very much designed for the teachers to use rather than the students,
Okay.
because this is a tool to support in-person connection, collaboration, discussion. So that is really, it's the skills that underpin PSHE that are so important in our program as well. And so we really facilitate that through a regular, every lesson has a regular structure to it, which creates a real sense of safety and routine for the children. They know what to expect, and that embeds our mindful approach as well. So yeah, I can talk more about that.
Awesome. I think we'll leave that for people to get in contact and have a look
Right.
at it, because I know that you do demonstrations. You can show them what it's
Yeah,
about online, so they can get a proper flavour for it through that medium, I think.
absolutely. Yeah.
So one of the challenges I experienced when I first came out here, so in my first school, I was part of the leadership team that managed the delivery of PSHE across that young age right through to the secondary. So you talked about the spiralized, so plugging it into a calendar, which is very important. One of the challenges I experienced was when I tried to transpose a UK curriculum out into the Middle East. I came across those challenges around culture, around subjects that we don't like to talk about here. Not that they are taboo, but more that we like to leave it with the families. So
Mhm.
how does, if it's a drop and play curriculum, how do schools contextualize it for our environment, dropping out those subjects which are a little bit less required here?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do follow the English national curriculum and then map that to IB and other kind of international approaches to curricula. But it does come, you're getting the full package of what is provided globally, essentially. So
Right.
there's the flexibility then within the program to edit, whether it be individual lessons or remove whole lessons and content if that's not appropriate for the context. We are working closely, like you've mentioned, with Fairgreen and other schools to really map that out and provide alternative lessons where that might be the case. But really, love working in partnership with schools to make sure, to see how we can further support you all to make the curriculum as relevant to your students' needs as possible.
And I have to confess that I did do a little bit of digging with Fair Green before we decided to sign up with you. And I said, sometimes a topic in the UK can take a half term or a whole term. And so if you're removing that from the program, what are we then able to fill it with? And they told me that you had been working with them and that you had been, adding additional content to enable them to get the full value of the product that they're buying. And I really loved that. So, and that inclusiveness and that ability to adapt to the different contexts, I think is massive.
Mm.
I don't think it is translated into Arabic, but I would like to ask the question at the present time, is it translated?
It's not. It's translated into Welsh, but that's
Okay.
not very
I think
useful
I know
moving
one
forward.
student.
But no, it is only in English and Welsh at the moment.
Okay, no, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. And I think because you said it's mapped to the IB curriculum, so UK or English curriculum, I'm presuming therefore Welsh curriculum, Scottish curriculum, and IB. Any other curriculums that you're aligned with?
Just the IEPC as well. But yeah, I think if there are, again, it's one of those. If there are other curricula like that schools are interested in us
Okay,
mapping to, it's something we're always kind of
open.
looking at and keen to support with.
Okay, maybe that's a connection that one of my viewers might like to make to see how
Yeah,
they can adapt it for their curriculum as well. And like you say, or like we've said previously, it might not have said it in this interview, but well-being, taking care of our bodies and our health. I mean, they are general concepts for all children, regardless of curriculum. So I think it is quite easy to
absolutely.
adapt and amend it appropriately. So fantastic. Okay, so what we'd like you to do is if you're interested in having a conversation, you can talk to Eleni directly yourself. All of the contact details are on the webpage, louisedawson.com/jigsaw. Lots of information on there, a couple more videos, a little bit more text for you. Read up about them. Go and have a look at Jigsaw's website themselves. What is your website address? Oh, it's on the screen. Look,
There you go. They're right there.
that's very YouTubey.
That way.
Awesome. JigsawEducationGroup.com. So you can find out more also by going to the JigsawEducationGroup.com website, or you can look at our website, or just have a chat with Eleni. I'm sure that she would delight in having that conversation with you, looking at the pricing structure, looking at what's available for you, and how to move forward with that. There is no obligation. She's a lovely woman. There's no obligation at all to
Absolutely.
messaging and having a private conversation at your leisure. Coming up next year, we will be having a webinar. We will have a little bit of a training session with Jigsaw. So keep tuned, stay subscribed, and we hope to meet you further in the autumn terms. All right, take care. Thank you very much for joining me, Eleni.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Louise.
You're very welcome. Take care. Bye bye. Connected
Is
me.
this background okay? Does it work
Background's
okay?
lovely. It's purple.
I know you love purple. Okay. I'm loving your nails as well. I've got like
Oh, get
pinky
you.
pinky
Yes.
nails as
Oh, I
well.
love it. Awesome. Yeah, mine are growing out.